Genesis 2:7 tells us that God molded the dust of the ground into humans and made them in his likeness. This is not a small thing. Do we give it a thought? Though you are made of an ordinary material, but you are not an ordinary being. The purpose of our existence is to reign over the creation of God. How would you feel if you are conferred upon the powers of your Prime Minister and commissioned to exercise his authority? God delegated his authority to humans to govern the creations. You are supposed to represent God to the world. You are the face of God on earth. As such, you have to be polite, loving, caring, and obedient to your God. And to train you into all this, God has appointed the most qualified and efficient teachers, that is your parents. Jesus' ministry on earth revealed him to be the obedient Son of God. Same way, you are called to be obedient to your parents and to honor them. Theme for this meditation is honor your father and mother. The first thing that we find here is you have to acknowledge your parents' authority over you. As children of God, you are called to know him, his ways, and to follow him in everything. How will you do that unless you are trained into it? Proverbs 1:7 says, fools despise wisdom and instructions. There are some children who are always rebellious and think they know everything. This is actually foolishness. If you don't study, you fail your exams. Same way, if you don't learn God's ways, you will fail the exams of life. God has commissioned your parents in Deuteronomy chapter 6 to be your guide in spiritual matters. Though they may not be highly qualified, but their authority is there, commissioned by God to teach you. If you don't acknowledge their authority, you don't acknowledge God's authority to teach you. You are called to honor your parents. With this, we reach the second point of our devotion: respect your parents. Respect your parents. The fifth of the 10 commandments in Exodus chapter 20 verse 12 says, honor your father and mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. This is the only commandment among the 10 that follows a promise. And not only it is beautifully, it is beautifully placed in the middle of the 10, serving as an axis on which all the other commandments rest. If you want to learn something, you have to first respect your teachers. If you want to learn the ways of the Lord, you have to respect the teachers appointed by God to do the work. Proverbs 16:31 says, gray head is a crown of creation, if it be found in the way of righteousness. You shall stand before the gray head and honor the face of an old man. That is what God instructed in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 32. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1 says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Genesis 2:7 says, we are formed from the dust of the land. God breathed into us the breath of life and gave unmatchable glory to the dust of the land. Though we are made of an ordinary material, but we are precious beings. We need to be humble and grateful to God for this wonderful privilege. Jesus is the obedient Son of God and remained obedient till the point of death. One thing you need to remember, no matter how old you become or what position you hold in life, you will still be a child to your parents. They have authority and experience to teach you. We have to show gratitude to God through obedience by acknowledging and respecting our parents as God's representative to love and look after us and to train us in the way of God, our Creator. God bless us.